Alright everyone, and so I've seen F1 the movie, and this is the new film with Brad Pitt, who is a race car driver who thought retired and decides to come back to Formula One to race against a driver and to even race to glory and to follow the storyline, especially on the race car track. And for what I'm about to say here, and I think I was blown away for what I'm about to tell you, especially from the action to the adrenaline rush, for why I think this is the perfect summer blockbuster and why you should go and see it. And so, let's not waste any time. This will be my full non-spoiler review, go over everything that I was impressed, and so much more to talk about right here, right now. And so, if you're new to it, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. But now, let's talk about this movie. And now, when it comes to this movie, in particular with Formula One, which I'm not familiar with, but that is like race car driving, and to have that put into an action movie, which I thought was very interesting to me, and to have Brad Pitt as the main lead, and that got me sold, especially from the marketing standpoint, from the trailers. And it really got me sold for what this movie basically wanted to be. And this coming from the director of Top Gun Maverick. That's right, Joseph Kosinski, and that was the perfect summer movie. It was the ultimate legacy sequel. And to follow that up with this movie, and I could tell right away if this movie was the deserved to be put on the big screen. And that just screams everything about it, because especially with the every frame, basically from the storytelling to the action and how I was put on the edge of my seat. It was a total adrenaline rush, and I can basically tell that this was the ultimate dad movies that you can basically take the whole family to, and it's like the perfect summer movie. And this movie right here, it just screams everything about it. And just even from beginning to end, I knew what I was getting myself into, and it's basically not only that, but it's also dark, and there's a lot to say about it. And even the way that Brad Pitt embodies the character with each element, and even for what he's done in the past, but also sends a clear message of trying to get back out there, especially with his character whose name is Sonny Hayes, who is a retired driver. I was sold on his character, but even if you know Brad Pitt, who is still a big star, and to have him be in a movie with the director of the ultimate legacy sequel, Top Gun Maverick, into this movie, which I thought was totally amazing. The supporting cast, and I thought that they did really good, and even from Javier Bardem, who plays the character of Ruben, who tries to help him and to help him face of trying to get back into Formula One, which I thought was very interesting to me. And I just love, there is so much to love about this movie, and there was no flaws I had with it. And even though I was anticipating it for a while, and I think it really paid off for for how impactful this movie is going to be. I saw this in IMAX, and it really basically shows for why these movies are built for the big screen. And on top of with the storytelling, and it basically dives deep more into each character for what challenges that they have to face, specifically with Sonny Hayes. And yes, he learns about his past, but he does take on the challenge of doing something that it's going to be a very big moment in his life, and that basically shows that. I just love Brad Pitt, and to see him in a race car action movie, and to see him just to embrace every single thing. This movie flies by really quick. But there are also things I kind of slow down a bit, but it kind of builds up to the big grand finale, which I was on the edge of my seat for. You would not believe it, and everything. It just felt like a big triumph, especially as this movie does not stop, especially with the characters for what their motives are and trying to race for a victory and trying to go for the glory, and with each adventure the movie takes you on. It's like it goes from each race to another, and for how Sonny is going to get better, and even for how everything works out. Like whether it's a powerful moment happening or Sonny tries to get his life together but goes down a very tricky path, like that's like very impactful storytelling that it does not like represent anywhere else. Just with like every single bit of the plot, it really gets me interested to see like for what Formula One is basically about, and that's what this movie shows. It is typically race car driving, and just to like see that all that unfold. And I can honestly tell you, I mean, I am waiting for a rewatch right now. It typically has that formula of that summer movie, but it also has all of the action sequences, and also with the race car driving, which I thought was totally epic to see on screen. I really dug it, every single bit of it, and it just like really goes to showcase like how powerful they're willing to make these movies. I mean, we don't get these quite often, and even to have the director's vision unfold, and to have Brad Pitt to like star in this movie, and I think this is his best performance to date. And even though that we see him in a ton of other movies, but I enjoyed every single bit of Brad Pitt in this movie. There's so much to love about it, and I think this has to be seen on the biggest screen, especially in IMAX. And I don't have any negative things to say about it, but other than that, I really enjoyed the movie in general. It's got like a great, impactful messages, especially of trying to face your past, of like trying to race for what's yours, and that's what this movie basically showcased. And of what this also embraces is dark moments. There is like a tiny bit that are thrown in here, but it just really sends it into that type of storytelling. How the sound design feels, like it really feels real, like you're in the movie, and that's what I felt like. What it builds up to towards the very end, and it makes me want to watch it again. And but even though that like it just really flies by, it's like a really big movie. I mean, even though I love the supporting cast of what they go through, and I typically loved for what the main purpose was in terms of showcasing for what this movie is about. And yeah, I mean, I can gush about this movie forever, but hey, this is the movie that I highly recommend that you see. I mean, it comes out this week. It's got everything that you love, and an action movie of Joseph Kosinski crushed it, and I think this movie shows that it is made for the big screen. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see for more of these movies unfold, and to see Brad Pitt and more stuff. I mean, come on. I mean, even though the dude is still a big star, that he is beloved by everyone, especially if you see every movie that he is in. It's also got heart. It's also got great messages and great powerful moments, and yeah, it's definitely built an impact. And yeah, it's got great action sequences, great race car driving, and everything that you love. What makes a movie great and built for the screen. So yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I hope you do as well, as much as I did. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments down below, and if you got around to seeing F1 the movie, or if you plan on seeing it, let me know in the comments down below. And also, how would you rate this movie 1 out of 10? I'm curious to hear your opinion in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to notifications about future videos. Also follow all my social media, it's all linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.